Doesn't everybody have like... Doesn't everybody have things like this just hanging around? I don't think so. Shalom, shalom. Do you know, I just think I'm just tired of doing this, but I think that I just think it's an extraordinary thing to commit to something and just do it. Just do it for the sake of doing it. And I know that once I start, it's like a slow ball moving. It works, you know, it goes on its own. So at the moment, everyone is in formation in Kikaraban. Social distancing. I wonder if they have neck warmers on or their masks on. So, wow, there's just a lot. It's global at this point. Hello, Katie. What's happening in the UK? How's the baby? So, I think at this point, we already know that Tel Aviv is off the leash. They're off the leash. There was photos of a beach and the people were getting ticketed. I don't even think it was Tel Aviv. I don't think people will get ticketed for not wearing a mask. I think it's a choice, and I think that the choice not to wear a mask when the government has said it's mandatory is just beyond weird to me. First of all, to go against the rules and the law, this is just weird to me. Sorry, law-abiding citizen. It's weird. It's very, very weird. I grew up a law-abiding citizen. I don't understand not abiding by the law. So that's number one. And number two is that when you look around and you realize that people aren't wearing masks or they're not behaving properly during a pandemic, that they really couldn't give a shit about you, themselves, or anybody else around. That said, I don't really understand anything going on anymore. All I know is what I need to do, and that's to protect myself, which I will continue to do. By the way, I found out that the immoral psychologist is totally wrong, and that in Israel he's not supposed to be doing what he's doing. But go try to figure that one out, and who to call and who to speak to and get that stopped, but it's not going to happen. So the virus will continue. People are losing it. They are losing it. And it's really interesting because, you know, I've been dealing with this for so many months and didn't lose it at all. If anything, I just was like, okay, it is what it is. I'll just sort of wait it out. And believe me, I know people like to judge everything about me, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know. I think in a pandemic, I don't think that I would just demand what's going on, like what's going on right now and what's been going on with these demonstrations. So here's what I'm thinking about with these demonstrations. So if you're socially distancing, if you have your mask on, so it's fine to be doing whatever. The problem is, and let's not lie, okay? Because it's real bullshit. Not BS, but total bullshit. Because I'm walking around and I'm not seeing the social distancing and I'm not seeing the masks. So what makes me laugh is when I see something like what's going down at Kikar Rabin, and I happen to know oh, hello, Billy. Welcome to my little world. So, and I happen to know people that are there and they do body work. So what are they demonstrating? So they're sitting there with their mask on. So this is where my brain is really going two ways. If you're demonstrating against a lockdown, then you're saying that there's no pandemic. You're saying there's no spread. You're saying there's no possibility for contagion. I'm a little bit lost. And if you're somebody that works with their hands on people's bodies, what are you demonstrating for right now? You want to go work on people's bodies right now? I'm a little bit confused. And if there should be no lockdown because the pandemic is a hoax, then why are you wearing a mask? Why are you social distancing? Okay, because you're in a demonstration, but what are you proving? It's sort of hypocritical. You're saying there should be no lockdown during a pandemic, so we're going to demonstrate against that. Now, so I'm lost. I'm really lost. Wait, I love this one. Today it was the surfers, and the surfers are like, we don't use the sand, we use the sea. Fuck it, let us go surfing. I get it, right? Makes a lot of sense. But if they have to walk across the sand, then you know that there's someone that's going to be like, you know what? Why are they allowed to walk across the sand, but I can't sit on the sand? And it's going to, that's the way it works here. And the bottom line is that it's not just here in Israel. I'm watching some other sites. I know in California they're doing a lot of rebellious things, and it's really awful when you hear these people like, if you're old, if you're sick, if you're immune compromised, just stay home. And it's just like, well, we are, and we have been, and I'm now part of that percentage. And people don't choose sickness, but boy, if I could have chosen to have 100% immune system facing a pandemic, I would have chosen that for sure. But I also know that if the situation was different and I was fine and I hadn't been sick and I had an immune system, most likely I'd be volunteering. And number two, I would wear a mask. I would do everything I could to protect everybody around me and the safety of everybody. That is like for sure. So I have no idea. What is there? I saw our percentage. We're below the average. We're at 47% here in Tel Aviv. I don't know. Do I wait a week, 2 weeks, 1 month, and just watch what's about to happen? So what is today? In 9 days, we celebrate Yom HaZikaron, which is the Memorial Day. It's a very, very, very sad day. And then we do Yom Ha'atzmaut. Did I say Yom HaZikaron? Yom Ha'atzmaut. And Yom Ha'atzmaut is our Independence Day. So it goes from the saddest day to the craziest day. And there are these amazing parties. It's just a crazy, crazy time to be in Israel. And I'm just wondering what they're going to do about it. Are they going to say no parties? Yeah. Are people going to have parties anyway? Absolutely. Are they still having parties? Like we weren't supposed to have the Mimuna right after Pesach, and now you hear these stories that many people heard people, with Mimuna. Now what I'd like to know is, and I'd like people to be really super honest, because the people that had Mimuna, is anybody sick? Well, no, we have to wait 14 days. If anybody gets sick, I'd love to see that. Then let's see what happens. I don't know. They stopped all this stuff on Facebook. I don't know. Just so weird. So, yeah. Today I was a little confused with the whole park situation, but this is really funny. Oh, hello, Beto. It's been like forever. How are you? Manishma. So this was really funny. So there I was, and I'm thinking, 2 cops. I'm going to talk to them. Is today. So I had already asked this guy in the street who had his neck warmer on, and I'm sitting there with this, and I'm like, is it Mayor meter or Hameshmon meter? And he's just like, I have no idea. And he doesn't even care. He's not abiding by the rules, bichlalo, and not at all. So then I see this family, and everybody's like in the chetzi. No one's really wearing the mask, or the sideways, or it's off the ear. And I see 2 police with the ticketing, and they start sort of like running, and I'm not too sure what happens if someone's like, I can only imagine the Israeli, like he has the mask around his neck, and then the police officer comes over and he goes like this, and the police officer goes, I'm giving you a ticket, you didn't have your mask on, and he's gonna be like, no bemet. It's kilo, they're gonna do this whole fucking bullshit thing, and no policeman's gonna give someone a ticket here for not wearing their mask. It's better that person could be a potential spreader and kill somebody. And I'm laughing because that's how pathetic people are here, because it's ignorance. Yeah. Right there to the camera. I think you're a fool. I think people are so damn ignorant and selfish and entitled here. And it's so ugly how you don't care about your neighbor. And it's so obvious. And it's so ugly. But it's what I've been saying for years. And I got, always somebody here and there would give me a hard time. And I was just like, but it's the truth. So this is what the truth is right now, right here. It was funny. Somebody posted this party in Yafo, and it was pretty hip. Everybody was socially distanced, and this old lady was dancing on her Me'alpeset on her terrace, and everybody was dancing. I actually thought it was really funny. What I didn't think was funny is that no one had a mask on. So I'm like, you guys just do it and just put damn masks on. Like, make it hip and cool. Be like the Asians. Just put the damn mask on already. So that, I think, is one of the biggest problems we're going to have. And it's just like, if you don't see me, then I don't need to put this mask on. Well, I don't know. Really? Do you have that lack of self-control? I really just think that this is a society that's very sadistic, and they like to be on their hands and knees, and they like their Papa Bibi to smack them in the butt. And they like having the collar, and they like when Bibi makes it tight and doesn't let them do things. And they get like little babies, like there's little babies right now, and they're all getting very, very, very angry. They can't have their way. And as soon as they get their way, then there's something else. And it's just, that's how it works here. So it's just really, really weird. I mean, do it for certain things. I get it. But a pandemic, And what's funny is I needed help with something. And so some of these leaders are people, I have an ex-boyfriend, people that I've known, like, they know me. They had no problem asking me for a favor, but, oops. It's not Siri, it's someone else. So it's really interesting to me that when I approach these people, not even acknowledging me. When I ask somebody, hey, what are you all standing there in Habima? I was told democracy. And I was like, really? And then I asked a little further, and instead of getting an answer, I just got this horrible response, and it made me really uncomfortable about what is around me. And these people that are all about humanity and equality, let alone, people have known that I've been sick or alone, whatever, and I've not had any of these humane people reach out. So it's so selfish. It's about me, 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 me. And it's so tiring. And I hope never to be like that. So please hold me to it if, God forbid, I get like that. I would never, ever, ever want to have Israeli mentality. It's that ugly and that upsetting, On the flip side, thank God for immigrants here from Australia and from South America and from America and England and Anglo countries and wherever, because I find that the only ones really like being law abiding are us immigrants, are non-natives. And I mean, it just makes me laugh, and it makes me grateful because I realize that we have such importance here, and we might not be treated as equals, but fuck it, we have every right, we have equal rights, and we have it's the lack of acceptance. I don't think it has anything to do with we're not good enough or anything like that. It's just jealousy, and that we probably can do it better. If not right, definitely better. And this I know for sure. So, yeah, it's been interesting. I've been asking about something, and any Israeli that begins to talk to me, its first thing is like money. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. But, I think I remember working for you, and I think I've never gotten paid so little as when I worked with you. But okay, I get it. I understand the inequality because you're better than me. No, I don't think so. So yeah, so information. I really wish I was in Kikar Rabin right now. It would be interesting to see that going down. But I'd also, I hope one of my photography friends, I'm sure someone's there, but I want to see everybody with a real mask on their face and not a neck warmer. That's what I would like to see. There was something else that was interesting today. I don't know. Is anybody else washing their stuff from the market, like fruits or things? Oh, hi, Guillermo. It's not a very interesting evening tonight. I'm just kind of tired. I'm tired of hearing people fighting the government and fighting leadership. And I wish they would all like to fight a pandemic. I wish that everybody would get on the same page and want to fight a pandemic. Not the government, not each other, but a spreading, virus. And, it's really true. I'm not like that, but most people I've learned that if something doesn't affect them personally, they're not affected, which is shocking to me. Like, shocking. I'm one of those people, I read stories, I cry, I watch movies, I cry, but this is kind of huge and surreal. It's the biggest, craziest historical, wacky moment movie in our lives. So why are we fighting? Why? I saw a sign that said COVID-19 is a hoax. I saw that in America. There's some bad stuff going down in America. And it's so crazy because it's not about left and right anymore. No, nobody knows what side they're on. Maybe it's on purpose. It's like a big salad. We call this in Hebrew, like when things get all messed up. But it's such a salad of thinking. It makes me It makes me laugh to see people are out there next to like the most liberal, hi James, of liberal people are next to people with Trump signs because they're fighting this lockdown. So here's the deal. Everybody should just go back to their lives, right? Well, there's a reason that our lives have been changed. So our lives are never going to be the same after this for a while. Hi, sweetie. You're so cute, James. So, you guys can all write something in regards to this, of what you think and how you feel and get out of lockdown. So everybody economically is really, it's fucked. Sorry, I'm going to curse. I cursed during Corona days. So it's difficult. It's difficult for so many people. I don't know how people are paying the rent. I don't know how people are paying the bills. I don't know. But listen, I've been so sick and it's been months like this crap and life completely crashed down around me. And I'm doing this in order to help myself, to push me a little bit, because most of the time I feel like just a complete amoeba that's just undefined and shapeless and going, what the fuck? What the fuck? Another bill. What the fuck am I going to do? This is getting so wild. And, the government is doing really nothing. They're doing something for some people, but they're not doing something for everybody, which seems a little weird in my opinion. So, freelancers are freaking out the most. And I don't understand. It's been a month and they all got 6,000 shekels, which of course it's not a lot. So 6,000 shekels is $1,500, like $1,500, something like that. So that people just got it. which I think is really nice. It's only been a month, and not everybody was completely unemployed for the month. I just think a lot of people are using this, and there are already people with money that are trying to get more money, to be honest. I understand totally poor people, and I wish they would just help them. I wish that a wealthy person would just say, okay, I'll help this one, I'll help that one, and I'll help that one. It would be great. I think that's a lot of what Trump is talking about, like the private sector to just come up to the plate. And I think it's being done in America. I don't see it being done in Israel, although I just saw a video, and I'll post it for you guys. And it was a guy, and he went to his falafel shop, and the owner of the store, the landlord, closed his shop down. It was like, and the guy was he was older. He just cried. It was horrible. It was a really sad thing. And they show a guy, and I don't know who he is. He must be some big startup guy. And he's on the phone calling to the falafel guy. And he said, listen, I'm going to pay for everything. I'm just going to take care of you. So that's great. That one guy got that attention, and somebody was able to take care of them. I think I heard about that in America too. Somebody came out and they're like, my rent, someone took care of them. I mean, I wonder if there's a way, by using the crowdfunding platform, for people to say, hey, to sort of set it up, like, I'm in a bad situation, here's my situation, can someone help me? And you like can adopt, like, you know, that person can adopt you. Like, hey, I had 3 bacterias in my lungs. Hey, it's a little bit crazy and I'm not 100% and there's no way to get a follow-up checkup. Like, hey, that would be cool if somebody could help me out too. But, you know, I'm not going to scream and yell at the government. I'm like, what are they going to do? So it's really about us helping one another. What are you saying? I'm grateful to be home with my family, safe and working. And I feel really badly for people who are going through tough times. Totally, James. And I'm happy to stay home. And well, I think that you are, because you have a check coming in. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I wish I was feeling 100% too. People who are going out and not following the rules are going to make this worse for the rest of us. Well, it's never going to stop, James. I just, you know, people were laughing at me. I'm like, wow. So I don't think I can go to a party. I can't go to see my friend in the synagogue. I mean, I can eventually get to the sea and swim. I mean, listen, nobody really talks to me. It's not like I'm missing out socially. So I'm not really missing out that much. I'd like to get to America, but I'd find that an airport would be an absolute devastation and I'd have to probably be completely drugged out. Sarah, aren't you having a watch party right now? What you doing with me? Why aren't you standing in formation in Kikar Rabin? Yeah, it is a vicious cycle, Jamie. I think there's 2 sensibilities, and it's like having those who accept the gravity and those who can't. Now, someone who's working at home, that's getting their paycheck, that's never stopped. Now, it's crazy, the Zoom, it's crazy. It's not very comfortable and whatever, but you're getting your paycheck. You can understand the gravity, you can sit home and you can be patient. Now, someone like myself who just needs to recover, move on in life and like start the engines up again, like 6 months later, can't. So that's a harsh reality. Now, shouldn't that mean that I should be fighting? Well, I can't, because I'm one of those immunity compromised. And I'm so glad I am, because I hope to be the voice of people that just don't have the voice to fight this. But, you know, I saw a cancer survivor, a young girl, and she was devastated. She's like, why are my friends insisting that I break regulations when they know that I'm a cancer survivor? So, like, that's shocking to me. And I just wish I understood the balance between lockdown and really, are those tech companies, are they going to be good behavior? Are they going to do their partitions? So in Israel now, I started reading a lot of like the specifics of how they're going to work it. So you can, in 20 meters, so still don't know my metrics. So in 20 meters, you can only have a certain amount of people in the room, and no 2 people can work next to each other. They have to have like a physical partition. I know Israelis. I really doubt it's going to happen. Someone might report their office. They might get in trouble. They will definitely lose their job and then be blackballed from Israeli society. It's a no-win situation here. I know a girl, Underneath her, some guy had a big party. She called the cops, and now the guy has not stopped harassing her to the point of banging on her door, scaring the living daylights out of this poor girl. And she's just like, I mean, it's a pandemic. Can you believe it's crazy. I mean, listen, last night, my neighbors had a party. Till 3 a.m. You know, there was a side of me that was like, they've been pretty good. Everybody needs to let out some steam. You know, I hope not one of them gets the corona in the COVID-19 in the next week or so. But it didn't really bother me because it's not like they're doing it daily, but I don't know why you have to do it during a pandemic. Like, none of the behavior works for me. None of the behavior makes sense for me. I just come from this world, whether I would be sick or not, that I would just want to just do the right thing to keep everybody safe as possible. I saw this horrible video. There's this new hashtag of stay out. So you're supposed to break the law. Like it's a page on how to break the law. And I was invited to it. And at first I was like, who the fuck? I don't want to be a part of this. And I'm like, no, I really want to know what the hell people are saying. I was shocked. There was a woman, 40s or 50s, and she had a sign and she goes, I don't have COVID-19. Why can't I do what I want to do? What are you saying? Was about to do the right thing. Always, Jamie, it's me. I'm always like that. I'm a justice girl. I just think that the more we do better in the world and the better energy we have and the better we act to those around us and to our world, that it comes back. I believe. I'm still waiting. Not here in Israel. That doesn't true. This is just, you're good. And just people take it. But, you know, I still, at the end of the day, I still believe that you put good out and good comes back. Maybe it's a geographical thing. But anyway, so this woman was there and I was like shocked because unless I can walk around with my own personal COVID-19 tester, nobody knows what my deal is, and I'm coughing, but I can tell you, no, I had pneumonia and it's residual coughing, but now I'm going to cough. If I say cough, I cough. It's so mental. I'm going to not do it. I'm going to take a drink because, I'm not going to do it. I'm not drinking my wine. But this is the part I don't get. If a leader or science or I don't know, who do we believe anymore? Leader, science, aren't they together? Aren't they working together? I would think so in a pandemic. And it's not a hoax, but how can you go someplace open, no mask, no nothing, into a public space, yelling and screaming when you don't know if you have this virus? That's what's so insane. That's what I don't get. That's why you wear a mask. It's like I have like cootie spray and I could hurt you and I can get you sick and kill you. I'm going to spray it. I don't know which spray is going to hurt who or what, but I'm just going to do that because I don't give a shit. What the hell? I like it. The spray is pink. It's pretty. It makes things pink. I'm going to keep spraying. I mean, that's really the attitude. So that's why I'm tired and exhausted. And that's why I'm done for the night. So anyway. Oh, Kathleen, I didn't even see you pop up there. Mazal Tov, it was an anniversary. Pink, blue, something happened with colors with you and John. I always love seeing your name come up. Anyway, all my peeps I grew up with, you guys don't even know how much fun it is to see you guys because it's just getting weirder and weirder for me, but I'm showing up. I'm still on the Corona diet. It's getting weirder and weirder, the Corona diet. Listen, neighbors, can someone please bring, this is my candy. I have none left. Can someone bring me some? I keep trying to order it and nobody will bring it. And this girl needs some sweets. I need my sweets. Really, I need more wine and I need more sweets. And for some reason, I keep trying to order this and I can't seem to get my sweets. Which is why I just keep losing weight. It's the Corona diet over here. So weird. It's probably nerves. So with that note, I'm checking out. Until tomorrow night, I send you guys Haobe Obe Neshikot. Neshikot are kisses, like I always tell you. And Amon Amon Ahava. And Ahava is not just a moisturizer. Ahava means in Hebrew, it means love. So stay safe. stay sane, stay information, and tomorrow night, same time-ish. Yeah, and thanks all you Melbourne high schoolers. You guys you're like a rainbow to my soul. Love you guys. See you later.